And we have pressed the big red Go Live button, and Tiles of Confusion for the 29th of November 2024 is underway. Hello, Draconis. These are back. We are doing more things. So far, 2 in a row. We'll see how long it keeps going, and hopefully we'll start the actual recording of tournaments again next year. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, I know December is going to be the weird, busy time for everybody involved. We'll see how it goes. Hello, Kaiser, and also, if I check here, hello, Prospero. Alright, we have 3 people currently lined up. We'll wait and see if we get a 4th, and if not, we'll add the AI, because we can do that from here now. Random seats, bong, 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 and we'll see how this goes. Hope you're all doing well. This is if the chat fields are working, that's fine. Draconis' message was lost, that's unfortunate. Hi, good evening. Hi, good evening, Ewan. How are we doing? Okay then. Did you play in Leeds? I did play in Leeds actually. No, that was again, it's another hour and a quarter out of my way to do that, but I did have another proper full game. It was a 5-player game, so we had to obviously rotate the player in and out, which was a little awkward at times. But you know, it was a good session. It wasn't quite as populated as the one in Bristol. There's apparently one in Manchester, though I don't know if I'm going to make it to that on the Sunday, but we'll see how it goes. Either way, yeah, there's I'm getting in some regular IRL Mahjong as well as their Tiles of Confusion streams. So we'll see if it makes a difference to how I'm playing. It probably isn't. One minor rule tweak I've actually done in the lobby since the last time is I've removed the red 5s, and I think I've adjusted the rules to actually be correct, as I understand it. Draconis is in. We'll add you in and we'll sort it out later. I just want to obviously just confirm adjustments here. So busting is still disabled. Point scoring is kind of irrelevant for the time being. 4-player reach is disabled in the draw. We do have the triple run draw because I kind of like that as a random thing. I think everything else is more or less as it should be. I don't think there's anything that's too surprising from there. But again, if anybody does have a rule that they think should be applied from obviously old Tiles of Confusion days, then that's fine. Obviously, the point scoring for the lobby is currently obviously consecutive 5 results, which again is largely because I'm not recording scores at all, and it's the only way to put anything in. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, so Kaiser, Prospero, Draconis, and myself. Good luck to you all. Let's begin. Random seats. How's the game in the end? Game will end basically in the normal sort of way. However, a dealer repeat on the final South 4 will cause another hand to be dealt. So just typing that out so it's clear. Okay. I mean, this hand is pretty okay. We'll obviously just get rid of the honors and possibly release 2 and just see where we end up with this. But this is potential to be reasonably valuable. Double Dragon. Well, maybe we're not getting rid of the honors here. I'd like to pair up this Dora, otherwise we're going to have to probably toss it in the next couple of turns. We'll toss it now, actually. But when I have that still turned on. I'll sort that out later. It'll bother me slightly, but but Shinomiya should not be talking right now. I don't think he gives it too much away here. That's a good draw. Alright, Ishan 10. It'll be a south green pair, 7-pin, 7-so rather, green dragon pair weight, but I mean, we got Tenpai, no dragons have been played. Alright, preemptive reach.
Riichi.
And hope a green dragon's in the wall somewhere. If it's pair matched against somebody, it's a problem, but it'll be fine. Dora being a safe tile means that they're going away. Hopefully, give us time to do that. And there's Susumu and green. Alright, 4K preemptive strike. Yes. Yes, points can go negative. It doesn't bust out, so we should in theory get a full game. Which is the main reason why that rule is currently set up in this format, is just basically to make sure that you don't have an immediate end to the game because of a couple of unlucky deal-ins. Does mean also you can technically come back from the brink, and also you can reach on a small point count, something I forgot about actually the last time we were playing this. Whereas on about less than 1,000 points, and I'm fairly certain I was allowed to reach. Obviously never got to a point where I tested that because I assumed I didn't need to. So yeah. Labor calls. Alright. South's doing nothing for us. This is a pretty completed hand. 2 males, we don't need to get the close to finish up there. 1-2-3 Sanshikyu is the high end for this hand, really. But we shall see. Most likely we're just going to get the, well, hopefully the 2-man draw and just go for something like Pinfu. Oh dear. Well, there we go. That's one side of it finished. So now we would ideally want to pair up either the 1 or the 3. And then we got Reach Pinfu.
Riichi.
Oh, versus Draconis. Well, hopefully he's given us a safe tile for this one. One we already kind of had here. Yeah, we're going to follow up. We don't have a lot of great safety options anyway here. Which is unfortunate. It's also looking more and more like that might be a 4-7 weight. Which would not be great for us. 7 was played before Reach. Oh, there are dragons getting away. But I think we'll try and respect the dealer a little bit here. Yeah, we're out of this one. It's unfortunate late game, but thank you, Prospero. Still have the 5 stars of reasonably safe tile, which you probably should have played earlier than it has been, given that it's probably now a risk for the other 2, especially if Prospero's continued. But Prospero is giving us safe tiles, which is very much appreciated here. I shouldn't really be pushing unknowns because I think it is just a case of, yeah. Oop, there's snipe on the 5. Should be okay now. 4-so for a last tile if we need it. 4-man for a last tile if we need it. And Draconis will pick up the draw. Ooh, that looks fairly beefy. Sana. Is that Sanako draw? That is a Sanako draw. Okay, we have a 3/4/5 Sanshiki now. More so now that we've drawn that, actually. So I think that's what we aim for at this point, really. Early Forso. Honestly, this hand is pretty amazing. Just want that Forso. We will probably reach for the Forso if we get to the point, but open Sanshiki when you're on a 4%. Alright, we're not gonna reach it. We'll try and improve it. I should probably, I probably will reach it, but I'm gonna hold off at least a turn and see if we can get a headlong Pinsy chain.
Riichi.
There you go, that'll do. I think we rushed this a little too much here, but oh well. We're not dealers, so I mean any hand will do to get us, you know, the dealership. Or at least move the dealership along. Just, we probably could and should have held off, given that we had the possibility of a Sanshiki Mungan here. Any tips for reading the opponent's discards? I mean, the usual defenses sword rules apply. Obviously, direct safety, Suji safety. Remembering, obviously, that you can Suji off of later discards than a Reach, for example, is another thing you can think about. So a one-man's been played might make a four-man safer. It's not a guaranteed thing, but mostly when you get to this sort of point of discards, it's trying to work out what's likely going to be safe. The other side of the coin is what is walled off. So if we look at this here, we got 3 5s, 4 5s in fact. So you now know there are no sequences that can go across that 5 point, which can make tiles either side of it either safe or dangerous, depending on whatever information you have. And that's kind of where you get to sort of the advanced theories of how many possible outs are there, and what are the likelihoods of certain hand shapes based on what they've got here. Obviously, this is a very early Reach, so that's limited information here, and obviously more information being given as I discard various things. But obviously, the more towards the end of the Reach that I've discarded a tile, the more likely it is to have some relevance to what my hand was. Obviously, that 5 we know was that 1/3/5 shape. That 4 was part of a potential double sequence that didn't pay off. But, like with all things in Mahjong, information is subjective and cannot be entirely relied upon. It's only likelihoods of things in a lot of cases. And given that I'm back in the game after a very long absence, my defensive thought process is not necessarily as sharp as it should be. Certainly my hand efficiency is down as well, which does influence safety. If somebody is not very efficient with their hand building, they're going to have different sort of patterns than everybody else here. In the meantime, Dragonis going with the open Sanshiki here. He's played very few terminals, and he's not played any, only 7 so of the critical last one there. But we sumoed. Okay. We sumoed with a cheap hand, because this was a cheap hand, but pick up the Reach sticks. Reach Sumo 2k, pick up the Reach stick, and the Wrench hand. Get ourselves above 30k. Again, that was a bit of a stretch, but I, again, was hoping the early Reach might have got me something there. I probably shouldn't have pushed for a free out Reach at that stage, given that Sanshiki was definitely an option, but I got myself flustered. I decided to go too aggressive with that. What I should have done is played the 4-man instead of playing the 5-so, and given myself the option of potentially expanding up that way. The fact that I didn't, yeah. We'll see. Alright, possible Itzy time. I think my first possible Itzy since I've come back. Alright, we have our pair sorted out. Do I want to get rid of a full sequence for this possible Itzy? Maybe we don't. In fact, we definitely don't. We also want to keep this 8-9 part of this because it is Dora. But obviously Dora and Tanyo have the same value here, so if we draw 6, we probably can play the 9 and just go for a Tanyo attack. And in fact, if we draw the 7, it's same value, so it really doesn't matter between Dora and that. It's just the Dora is going to be more dodgy for other people, so either way, one hand to become dealer. either Tanyo and Riichi or Dora and Riichi. Oh, we have that to worry about. Alright, second dragon for defense to start with. So here we're going to be basically assessing Crossbow's hand with that sort of thing in mind. So the 3-pin is likely related to what his hand is doing, as is the 5 there. And we have a counter Riichi. 6 is a CG to the 3, which is not necessarily a guaranteed thing to do. If we counterattack this, we're counterattacking for a 1-hard hand against the dealer. We're going to play the risky style we have. So, not ideal, what we just done there, but we got one safe tile, we got a second out of it, which now means we have potential to make this a 6-9 weight, potential to incorporate other things. I think, honestly, we're probably just out of this hand. Play 2. So 2 is likely to be safer, because we can see 3 of the freeze, so we know it's likely to be walled off, or if he is waiting on it, he's only got the one option left. Same with the 1 so here, we got the wall of 2s. I know 1 was proven safe because 1 was just discarded. But that's the sort of thing you can think about for defensive purposes as well, is what tiles are walled off. If he is waiting on it, it's the only thing he can be waiting on, for example, in sort of pair weight. In this case, it was a 5-8 outside 5-8 thing, which actually had nothing to do with his defenses, and again, Mahjong subjective. But that's a 39 as dealer. Crossbow picks up a useful hand, moves to second. So, again, this is a very nice pin-through start. Meld 3 waiting sequences, and in fact now we're up to 2. We don't need much value, we just need we just need a hand to become dealer. And we'll obviously take the additional Riichi value for this as well, Riichi pin Dora. Ideally, we'd like to be waiting on the 5-8, I think, rather than the Dora related, because again, for safety purposes, people will consider that more risky, even if one's already out. But we have no control over what we draw, so we'll just wait and see what happens. Hello, Egan. I've been explaining defensive theory. If anything, I hope I've confused people, because that means I've done it correctly. Alright, 4 tiles to Tenpai. We're probably not calling anymore, so we're going to actually turn that off. The other reason we turn this off is because we don't want to get into positions where people are aware of what tiles we could be waiting on by just waiting for what the pauses are. So, and that is unfortunate because that is a reversal of the 1-2-3 we did earlier. Nine is likely a safer final discard than the 3, so we switch around to that. Doesn't make any difference if we draw the 8 or not, admittingly. In fact, the 8s are kind of walled off, so 9's even safer a tile now for that same logic earlier. And here we go. 2-5. So, 7 outs, Riichi pin Dora. It is around the Dora, unfortunately, so it's unlikely to be discarded by anybody, but hopefully with 7 outs, there is one in the wall we can draw. Oh, and we hit some Uradora. And that is the first Mangan in the game, and it's enough to put us ahead. Egan, don't do such a thing. Alright, well, I mean, it's fine. I don't mind. Again, it's a casual format, honestly. If you do accidentally reveal some parts of my hand, it's fine. I just tried deliberately not to do that. Certainly, I'm not going to, I'm understanding if people get excited about, Yakuman chances, I think. But yeah, no, I do get it. That is unfortunately one of the paradoxes of, wanting to answer questions about the game to people who would have genuine questions, but equally, that is a misclick. So now I've discarded the dragon, I'm going to discard a second dragon. Well, it's a safe tile now. Just would have been nice to keep that. Yeah, no, again, it happens often enough, and, you know, sometimes genuine misclicks are just that. Again, it's not using... We've got 5 seconds to make the move. You should use that time to just guarantee your discard you're making. But still, the impression is to try and, you know, that is what I'm discarding. Boom. Done. Also, I'm not going to blame this entirely on it, but I do have a new mouse at the moment. So... Either way, though, the hand is still valid. We have a potential 3-4-5 Sanchiku chance. We have potential options for things I've discarded all honors. Maybe we're going for the impossible hand here. Definitely not. Yeah, my last one, scroll wheel, broke a while ago, so I've been playing... you know how annoying it is, the scroll wheel breaking in particular? Because everything else kind of works, and I can work around it, but every time I just rotate the mouse wheel and nothing happens, and I've tried even breaking the mouse part to fix it. It just... I've gone wired again, just because I prefer it, and I've had annoying instances where the mouse suddenly doesn't work at various points. And yeah, that's exactly it. Just the charging battery type thing as well. Because you know it will break at the right time. Alright. Here we're just looking at Tanyo now. Ishanten for Tanyo. Not a lot. We can't pawn... Actually, we can pawn that. We're now waiting on the 7 pin only, but we have a call for Tenpai. And generally speaking, as dealer, if you can call for Tenpai and it's not costing you anything, it's usually a good idea. Now it's costing me something. Can we make the 6 pin pass? We can't make... The free so looks really bad to try and pass here, at least in the first discard. We're in the lead here. Draconis could have any kind of value from that. And it does look from his discards as though he's got a bit of a weird setup here. We're going to go around it and hope that we can make the 6 pin pass. It did pass the turn before the Riichi. So, there's a shot. We remember also, we're only going for... Our hand is basically 1,000 points. We are not carning, sir. Yep, no, I've played a couple of IRL sessions quite recently. Alright, we're back into Tenpai on a 4 so. But no, I did my first IRL session of Mahjong, 4-player session anyway, because I played Sanma with the wife and versus chat at various points. The ex-wife, I should say, actually. But yeah, no, I went to Bristol to play a couple of games of Mahjong there, and I went to Leeds on the Sunday. I might even be going to Manchester, which is much, much closer to my neck of the woods, so I'm basically right by Manchester, on Sunday to play a 3rd game in a row. Oh, that was a nice hand, and he has hit his Mungan, so I've scored a Mungan, Draconis has got a Mungan, thankfully his was a Sumo, so overall we still have this 10k advantage as we go into South 1. And of course, as is tradition in South 1, we draw a pair of East, but at least with this, they are bonus type, they are Dora. And this hand is cracked. This is a extremely good start. Yeah, we're just gonna cut the suit, go for the Honitsu immediately here. If you have a hand with good value, why try it? It's just the only downside we're gonna have, I think. Can I call this? Yes. Might be a little aggressive, but I obviously know I'm going to need some extra tiles towards the end of this anyway. The south isn't reliable. We have a pair, which is the important part of this. But Honitsu Dora-san, this is aggressive enough to try for. 5/8 so gives us Tenpai. No, it doesn't. I lied. 5/8 so gets us pretty close to Tenpai though. Anything connected to the 2 so or another 9 gets us there. Again, our hand is very obvious, but ooh, okay, our hand is Mungan plus. We're gonna push against that Riichi. So unfortunately we had to deal with the Apatsu because we could potentially have avoided it, but that is a Riichi Apatsu only. I'm happy to deal with a 4k hand when my hand is looking at least 8,000, if not 12. Obviously assuming I draw the third one. I think that was worth the gamble. Especially as it already made 2 calls and committed. Sometimes that's another part of Mahjong defense, basically. Once you've committed, you might as well try and keep going, just on the off chance. This is a pretty bad hand in comparison. I don't even know if I want to do a thing here. We're going to play 8 man and give ourselves options. Kokushi Maths says we are nowhere near going to make this. So what we're kind of looking at is what we can do around it. And I think at this stage we played things. To be fair, that's... Mahjong at its heart is about pushing your luck. And if you have a hand that is genuinely worth Mungan or Hanneman, then unless you know your opponent's hands are of extreme values, it makes it much more cost effective for you to try the hand, because if they are safe, if you do make it work, then your reward is a lot better. If my hand was only 2,000 points, if I had no meaningful Yaku, if it wasn't a Honitsu Dora 2, then at that point I play defense because I know his hand is more likely to be more valuable than mine. Also, he was dealer, so I probably should have considered that as well. Here we now have 2 calls from Prospero, who has a potential outside hand Green Dragon as his optimal hand here, so Chanter Dragon. So at best, 3,000 points, we would assume, ignoring Dora, which he could still use. It is his West Sea, West is Dora, so we consider that in the value equation as well. But since we don't have that proved yet, we assume that he's devalued his hand by calling, which is usually what happens. And we'll play around until we get something that indicates we really shouldn't. To be fair, him playing 2 and 5 also means it's probably not a Honitsu. Balancer are relatively safe against him because he's not had any interest in these, despite calling the other bits. So we can play Manzi to avoid Prospero here. 1, 2, 3 Sanchiku, Green Dragon is probably his high end. And even that is an open Sanchiku Dragon. 2 plus any Dora 3. 4 maybe. Yeah, I don't think Prospero's hand's very valuable. I am definitely I could definitely be proven wrong in a little bit, but again, it's not. I don't think I need to worry myself just this moment. Maybe I do. Maybe I... Okay. So now we know it's Green Dragon only. It can't be Chanter anymore, can't be an outside hand, it can't be a Sanchiku, because he now has that triplet. So his hand is now really not valuable. It's just a push to try and become... It's a Green Dragon only to become dealer. His hand is worth 1,000 points. Therefore, we do not need to play defense against it, because losing 1,000 points at this stage does not affect me at all. Bearing in mind, of course, that I still have to get to Tenpai, and I'm still a couple from there. Also, he's discarded West, so now the only other chance of having any significant value is gone. Because if it was West Hatsu, that'd be Mungan. Alright, we're getting to Chitoitsu, but it's getting there a bit late, so we're probably just going to be folding out in a moment or two. Or going for Tango. Yeah, we call for Tango here. Ishanten. We have only 2 tiles to worry about for defense. I think we're okay here. 4-pin was played at some point. We might deal in with the 3, but again, 2's are walled off.
No.
Double run on the 4. Tanyo just to become dealer. Hatsu just to be. To be fair, that is probably the best double run that can exist at this point. And yeah, it's why Kaiser was attacking, because he felt that even if he dealt 1,000 points, it was fine. Losing 2,000 points didn't really affect his overall placement and position. So yeah, sometimes that happens in Mahjong. And had I dealt him with that, also I'd have been fine. 1,000 points each, roughly. Double Dora, okay. Can't Tanya this, so we're probably going to have to reach with something. Cut the 1, cut the 8, hope we get some Manzu connections, and we go for Pinfu. Draconis says dealer with the dragon. So now just got to pay a little more attention to his discards. Mostly to try and just indicate when he is in Tempai, but... Okay, need a 7. But no, because Sumo would end the game first, there's no discard. Yeah, so... Yeah, and the other thing with the game setup is that a triple run would automatically cause a draw. So if all 3 of us were waiting on that 4-so at the time, and we all runned, it would actually be a draw, and we just move the game on. Because I like that rule set. I don't mind double running if there is the chance of a triple run to, you know, negate it all. Which is, again, I like that quirk in the rules. Because I feel it is very mean to be dealing to a double run most times. Dealing into a triple run just feels absolutely miserable. So having that become a draw is a state I like. Play around this. We still need a 7, whether we cut the 9 and even cut the 9-8 at some point. We don't have to worry about Draconis getting a finished hand here. He might be trying to rush with something. We draw a number 9. That's because they're Dora. So basically Mahjong Soul indicates any Dora tile by just that little shine. So again, it's a beginner raid, basically. Just highlight these are important tiles. You might want to think about discarding them. We've dealt in with a third 9. I mean, yeah. The worst he could have had was an outside hand, but we discarded 9-9 repeatedly, so, you know. Alright. So, we lost a couple of hands here. Similarly, yeah. As I say, we're dealing with cheap hands, but obviously, you know, at some point we need to stop this. Sooner or later, it won't be a cheap hand. Alright, double West. So we have double Yakuhai. So West is our seat wind. White is our bonus tile. We got one of those. We can attack. We can call anything and go now. Would like to pair up one of the Manzi tiles or these two just so we can take double Yakuhai. But at this point, 1,000 points to move the game on from somebody who is being very aggressive in the dealer seat would still be useful. And with this, we still want to consider getting rid of this weight anyway. Alright, 3 pins isolated. Alright, reach on the Dora red. Which Draconis calls. So now we've got some problems. This is what I mean by sort of considered risk. So Draconis now has a Mung in hand. We have just hit Tempai though. So if we can just snipe this for 1,000 points, it's worth us staying in, but we're gonna try and dodge everything here. 4-7. Can we just stay in? We're taking risks here because I really want to end this, and I think this is our best shot of it. I'm surprised there's pausing on there, but we sumo. Okay, we were brave, we got the 1,000 points, we've picked up 2 reach sticks, or a reach stick. Stop a Mung in hand, we'll take it. Arguably the 6 pin was a mistake though, because that was not a great value to consideration, and I'd have lost the lead had I dealt into either of them. But there are now 2 hands to go. We have a 5-8 lead. Now we just need to close the game out if we can. I felt the 6 pin was safe, but it wasn't guaranteed at all. And part of my problem is I'm still an instinctual player by nature. I'm not a statistician with things. Sometimes I just look at the game state and I feel that certain tiles are safe, which, yeah, is a problem sometimes. Sometimes it's genius, but for every time it's genius, there's a time it won't be, and it's just a stupid discard. But I've been playing this game for 12 years. That I'm allowed to have some sort of instincts about the game. All things that aren't entirely clear, but again, it's a bit wishy-washy. This hand, though, is looking to Sanchiku or just Riichi at this stage. Again, there's one more dealer I need to get rid of, and then I'm the last dealer. And at that stage, I just need to get enough points for somebody else to win and not lose my position. But I'm going to my last dealership as the leader. It's, you know, I shouldn't be dislodged from that position. Ishanten for Riichi Sanchiku Dora 1. Come on, 7-bin. Wrong side of it, but I'll take the Tenpai.
Riichi.
So we have a 479 weight. And I do like the little incidental three-sided weights here, especially as 9 is possible. One was played just before it. Somebody might take that into account with that. We'll see. But this is basically Reach 1. 2,000-ish points, depending. Also, and important to note this, I can't Khan this 4, because if I do, it would change my weight. So, it is something to be aware of when you go into these sort of irregular weight patterns. And we take the hit off second place, which is ideal for us. It is only cheap though. Reach 2, and because we have a triplet of the 4s, we go and get a few more foo, and that puts us to just above the 9k lead into the dealer turn. So at this point, Manga and Sumo is how we lose to Draconis and Prospero. Hanneman Sumo is how we lose to Kaiser, and then just deal-ins at various points. So we still have to play reasonably defensive with this one. Another hand would be useful, but it's not essential. We can lose a draw if it gets to that point in the game. And we should still win at that stage. So we may when it gets to the end of South 4, just fold. Because the most points we lose is basically 4,000, because effectively we give 3,000 away. They all gain 1,000, so more than enough in the bank for that. But the only question, I guess, well, yeah, we'd still be at 30. We'd still be above 30k, so we can still legally win. Oh, triplet of tears. So the hand is not valuable. If we go for a win here, we're probably just looking to just end it rather than shenanigans. But we'll see. 456 Sanchiku is still a way to upgrade the hand value here. That's now significantly less likely with the 5s going away. So with that, we're now more inclined to get rid of this, and that just helps that case. So hand now even cheaper. Best we're going to get is 1,000 points. Well, 1,500 for this hand. We'll keep the 5-7, because again, if we draw tiles either side of that, it helps us out. Carnage, which has given us 2 of a new Dora, and 1's discarded, so I'm fine with that, but it's always dodgy when there are additional cards on the board, because it means the value of everybody's hands has mathematically gone up. That being said, now if we can win with 2 Dora, this should be enough to just ride the game out here. If we get above a 12k lead to everybody, then we almost certainly are going to be good enough to just lose a hand somewhere. And at worst, finish second. We'll keep that. So 3-5-7 shake, draw one of the middle tiles, discard the other one, then see where it goes. We do have to worry about a Tanyo from Kaiser. Kaiser we can probably deal into for Tanyo at this point, because all of the Dora are terminals anyway. So I think we can afford to deal into Kaiser here, but I think we got to save Tar for him anyway. Most likely Manzi remaining, based on what he's trying to cut at this stage, but yeah, we'll keep this. This is our best shape for sort of progression. Free So is a little awkward, but we can always just kill the hand at the moment, which we might do. Tuso's safe against Kaiser. We have all of them, so yeah, I think we're killing the hand here. Oh, okay, Draconis is still fine. I just saw the disconnect. 7 mana safe. It might not be safe for me to discard it, but he wouldn't win off it. So, question is that worth it? Probably not. Yeah, we're just folding out of this one and hoping that nobody picks up a win. If they do, then we might have to do some more struggling, but that seems like a goal for Tenpai for Prospero. We're gonna fold our Dora. 5 so safe for the last discard as long as they all come from the thing. Yep. Again, there are people who will track what every discard is and the reason behind it. In our case, we're just doing it to make sure our last discard is safe. And that is the game. We end in first. Our first win since we come back at Stars of Confusion. GG. Yeah, GG. That was quite a well played game in truth. Yeah, I turned off the red 5s. I'm sorry if I hadn't mentioned it ahead of time. But yes, I turned off the red 5s because, again, I've not been playing with them in IRL, and I don't remember if I was playing with red 5s or not when we last did this thing. Either way, they are gone. So, yeah, there's no additional random value spikes, hopefully. We shall see, though. Okay. Let's go and see if we get another one. If there are any questions about the game, I'm happy to go over them. But obviously, you know, that requires you to remember things, and also me to remember things, which might not be definitely what's happening. Also, remind me at some point I need to remove the random game I had against free AIs, because that's going to warp things a little bit. I only finished second in it, but still. Okay, we're all set up. Let's go for again. Does that just set people up? It does not. Okay, random seats on. Good luck. And yeah, I just randomly thing because it had me assigned as West. So that's good. That's working as intended. Okay then. Let's throw a dragon to start with. We have Meld, 2 pairs. North does not help us, but we got 2 safe tiles for the rest of the game, which is always a nice little upside of Kaelian wins, in my opinion. Prospero, however, has hit dragon plus stuff. In our case, we're only 2 from Tenpai. Ishanten. There's not a lot of value going on with this, but it is Ishanten, and a few ways to get there. Would ideally like to draw a Friso, but because Friso would give us the Pinfu by just having all sequences up to that point. But if that doesn't happen, that doesn't happen. It didn't. Yeah, let's take the early Reach. Fair weight. One North already played. North shouldn't be anything I'm interested in. The last North might come out, and if not, it's going to be useless tile in somebody's hand. Incidental 1,000 point Reach. Let's see how it goes. And of course, as always with this thing, there are 14 tiles that are not in play, and the North could easily be in them. But still, if anybody else does draw it, it is a useless tile for them. One's already out. Only the North seat should be worried about, you know, keeping it. Or, you know, getting Yakuhai from it. There's a Reach and a couple of calls on the board. North should be relatively safe unless you have a massive, massive instinctual reason not to. In our case, the worst thing we're worried about from Prospero is just the now on a Honitsu, or a Sozu and Dragon Honors thing. But even then, he's played an early 7. I don't think that's yeah, early and late 7. I think he's just on the incidental Dragon only thing. Was also discarded Dora, and yeah, that confirms it. So it's a 1,000 point hand from Prospero. Also, one of our winners he's eaten up as well, I just realised, but still. One of each. Okay, Reach only 1,300 points and the dealership. And continuing my trend of just... To be fair, when I play tournaments, that's usually my usual style is usually go for quick 1,000, 2,000 point hands as often as I can. And just try and ride it out. Even going aggressive calling here. By the way, this is an aggressive calling hand because we've got Shinitsu available. But we'll obviously keep these because these are useful if we get them. But I think if we can, this is Shinitsu. Possible Itsu as well. And since this, since an open Shinitsu would be what, 8,000, 12,000 points as dealer, this is definitely worth us considering. Even if we draw on 5 tiles and not advance the hand. Yeah, 12k hand right now. 7 is Dora as well. If we drawing the 7, just. We'll see. 9 does nothing. God darn it. There are games like this too. Prospero's had an interesting start to things. Just something interesting might be going on there, even if we don't have specifics on what. Alright, Chitoitsu's now our backup plan. It's the first genuine progression this hand has had. Last East remaining, so we can clearly get rid of that in terms of everything. Alright, that helps the Chitoitsu. We're now Ishanten for it. As much as I would love to make this hand, Shinitsu will take the Tenpai we're currently building towards. Even if, unfortunately, Manzu seemed definitely what we're on. And 1 pair discarded, of course. And we can still toy-toy this. We just haven't had a chance to call anything that's come up at this stage.
Riichi.
Alright, Steal a Reach. Shitoitsu. And it's huge. But only because of Ura. It was Reach Pinfu otherwise. Alright, not much I can... Well, I could have just not reached that in truth. But my safety options were not amazing, given that he played almost no Mansu. So, yeah, that's fine. This is a 1, 2, 3, 7 start. But Dragons adore us, so we'll think about this a little bit. We'll probably make this Honitsu, because that's our best sort of route to anything. And hopefully incorporate a second dragon somewhere. Hi, Rox. How are we doing? Sure. I was like, Honitsu's our best route to anything, so we'll keep on with it. Means we're not locked into definitely getting Chanter at this stage. Might have to start playing some dragons, though. It's a little aggressive, but we are now in last place. I think I'm entitled. Double dragon. Not the good dragon, unfortunately, but this is still interesting with one remaining. Nice. Well, we're glad to have you here. Any questions about things, just let me know, and if you know your Mahjong, well, yeah, you'll be able to correct me on what I've been doing wrong. It's all good, though. This time, we're just going aggressive into the Honitsu and just seeing if we can do something clever with the dragons later. Just drawing a green here would be kind of ridiculous. Glad to hear it, glad to hear it. 5 is not helpful. So again, our obvious hand is obvious, and sometimes you can use this to your advantage. But it'd be much better if we drew this, if we got that second dragon. But nobody wants to play that last bit of tofu. So now we're at the point of call for Tenpai, cut the green, which is not where I'd want to be ideally, but do what you can for Tenpai at various points here. A double dragon Honitsu would still be awkward without an established pair here. Call the 1-3 though. Oh, ignore that plan. No, double dragon. Alright. Double dragon Shanta Shosangan is looking our best plan here. Daisangan's still a possibility, but unlikely. We got 4 more draws. Somebody going aggressive is going to have to play the white. Daisangan's still fine. This one, no, there isn't, admittingly, but yeah. It's all good. It's not good. See, this is me not paying attention to Dora. We're going to gamble because our hand's valuable enough to try it. Alright, that's fine. We'll take that. Reach Tanyo. Alright, Mungan picks up. Kaisenin takes the lead, and the Prosper and Draconis are equalized. Okay. So, now the eternal question, commit to Fedora Dragon or not? Alright, deal with Dora Dragons. looking a bit silly. One pin played. Well, we'll see. That's a connection there. Probably want to just start cutting the one pins here. As much as I like the triplets, we're gonna just cut. Go for a more Tanya style hands, because that's likely to be quicker against the definite dealer Munga we have to worry about now. In fact. So it'd be a bit sad. We do see two of them are gone, so we have that in mind with what we're doing. Nice. We'll cut this, because this is the one that has the least helpful side of things with that. Ishanten. 6-pin would be lovely, Draconis, if you want to discard it, but we'll draw it anyway. Alright, Tenpai Tanyo. It's probably not a Honitsu, it's probably just an incidental thing, but we got ourselves in the best position to just kill the hand. But Draconis kills the hand first with our winning tile as well. Okay, dealership moves on. South 1. Double Dora. So 4-pair, double Dora. We might end up trying for another Chitoitsu here, in which case keeping the 5 is useful. Sorry, keeping the 5 is not useful. Keeping the West is useful. Yeah. Yeah, we probably consider Chitoitsu here. We might obviously extend this if we get to Ipeiko positions, but my impression is we're going to go for Chitoi from here. Most of our tiles work for it. It's just a case of getting the last 2, which is always the difficult bit. Another green dragon call from Kaiser. Get rid of the dangerous stuff early. Hope our luck is good on things. East should be fine. None of them are played though, so we're not going to use it as our incidental. We're just going to get rid of it. It's basically practically the same as this, and I think it's... yeah, okay. Unfortunate speed issues. Alright, we'll play West here. It is their wind, admittingly, so I shouldn't have done that. But still, we're just playing it out. With an early discard, we're just going to try and play our game as much as we can here. Okay. Tanyo attack from you, it seems. We could follow that up, but I don't think... oh, now we're getting that Chitoitsu luck again. Itzo? Well, now I'm really concerned. 2 Souths played, though. 2 safe tiles from Kaiser. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're out of this one. Possible Shinitsu and a random unknown Riichi. But we now Ishanten again. We're at the 7th pass, which does not feel like a possibility against what Draconis is doing. 1 white scene, sure. God darn it. This is not working out well for me here. Alright, cut the 8s. Oh, so many routes to Tenpai, but it just... It's really tricky for me to push any of them. As it turns out, it wasn't. It was just the Tanyo attack, but to be fair, 3 calls that could easily not have been. Especially as it was a dealer attack. We respect dealer attacks. Possibly too much. Okay, meld, 2 pairs. Couple of waiting things. And that's useful enough. Alright. So we might have to cut the Dora early here, but earlier than we'd like. But if we can pair it, then... Alright, Ishanten. Free pin would be ideal. It's unfortunate that we already in our 4 discards we kind of indicated that's what we're after here. Wouldn't mind a pair weight. 1-2 pair weight would be fine. Reach Dora. Well, certainly would be before they start discarding all my weights. Alright, Riichi Dora. We have 1 singular 1-star remaining. We have 1 singular 2-pin remaining. Let's see what happens. Thankfully, since our weight is not entirely on the pinsy side of things, 1-star has a shot, but that only has a shot if nobody's using it and also it exists. Still, hopefully there's a Dora we can still draw and just get that Mungan. There's no way for because we got the 2-3-4 sequence, there's no way for them to wall off the 1 for us, which is unfortunate, but... And I doubt anyone's playing a 3-pin to wall off the 2 for us either, so... Well, let's just see what happens here. It's a low percentage win rate, but if it's put pressure on people, made them slow up a bit, we'll see. How much does Prospero fear this hand? How big is Prospero's hand, actually? Come to that. The only pins he's played is the 9. Well, that answers part of that question. That answers the rest of it. Okay. Which bats a pin for you? 3-9, and Kaiser extends the lead. Alright, dealer turn. Let's get something we can attack with, please. Okay. North to start. Okay, 1 pin, not the most useful thing here. Again, at this stage I just want to finish a hand here. We are in last place, but any kind of dealer sumo is probably puts us in a position, at least a good enough position to try and take the top 2 positions back. Mangan obviously gets us pretty close to there. We take $4,000, 16k exchange. We either Hanneman to do it in one go, I believe. Even that, no, actually 18k minus 3. Yeah, no, 18k would do. Doing maths when I'm on the clock shouldn't do that. Okay. So high end. Obviously 6-pin Dora. We already cut the 8 pins, so we can't really Sanchku from here. Could lower Sanchku potentially. 2-3-4s are probably our best bet. 1-2-3, 2-3-4. Another pair of 8s. Well, if in doubt, lean into the Tanya. And that's a little more doubt. The hand is basically nowhere. Now, we have safe tiling as the initial discard, so we'll play that out and see what we can do here. Go for a late Cheetoy push. Honestly, at this point, I'm just trying to dodge and not completely lose the game, but we might have to try and push this. Although, it's kind of working. Alright, 2 from Cheetoy. We have safe tiles if we want them. Second white. Obviously can't wait on this 8-pin if it comes to that. Well, we could, but it would be a sumo type thing only. And that's the deal in from Prospero, and that puts us up to 3rd. We were unlikely to play the 3. We might have ended up playing the 8 at some stage, so we would have got around it. But yeah, that's big win for Kaiser. All right, 2 hands to go. And I guess our plan is now just overhaul Draconis as we can. So we need a 3-hand Sumo, 4-hand Mungan hand, and a bit. That's a good draw. Immediately redraw the 1-pin. Oh boy. Victory chances are basically going to come down to, can we get direct hits of Kaiser? So getting a couple of Manga direct hits would be the starting point for anything. But we only have 2 hands left. Triplet the 4s. And Carnage is an option. Certainly not one from third place on negative points we'd say no to if it came up. Rest of the hand's developing okay. We effectively have our pair established with the 4s and 6. And of course we draw a second dragon. I guess technically possible Blitzer as well. I mean, that's 7 Terminals. We have another 2 in our hand. One we probably will get rid of. That's always a shot as well. Alright, we have Carnage. We're going to hold off on it because, again, we might end up needing that for other things, but we have a value increaser if we want it. 2-pin does nothing for us. West does nothing for us. So I think ideally here we draw a 7-so Khan and then see what happens. Well, we don't have a pair anymore, but we have given ourselves draw a 1. And we can reach on hopefully a 5-8 weight if we get that 7. If we draw a 4, we're reaching on a single 8 or 9. Reaching from the lead.
deeds.
Well, that is the worst time for that to happen. And there's not enough low Manzi for wall it off, but we'll risk it anyway. It's so safe. Can't call that and get any benefit out of it. Well, we give that a shot. There's 2,000 more points on the board for the Renshan. He's prospering temper? He's not. Okay, situation is pretty much unchanged. We need a Mung in hand here to take the lead. But again, bearing in mind there's 2,000 points still in the middle, and the game does not end if Kaiser wins. We have Dragon and not a lot of other stuff going on with this. I mean, we just drawn a... Maybe we go all sixes. Let's... Doko, Dragon... See what happens. I mean, that's the Dragon side of it sorted. So... Two complete sealed sequences. Triplets, though, is a nice start to things. Sananko, Dragon... Pretty much getting us to Mungan from that. Okay, connection to the door. We're going to cut the 5, even though I prefer to keep this sort of shape. Keep that more of its own triplet. We might even incarnate in the moment, along with the red if it comes up. That is Sananko. Riichi, Sananko, Dora. Dragon. Sure. This is our best shot.
Riichi.
They might read the 4-6-8 pattern, but we're going to go for it anyway. The middle Pinzi is getting walled off here. That's excellent for us, actually. If the 7s get fully walled off, that means the 8 is more likely to come out, in my opinion. Would love to see another 7-pin. Yeah, so as it waits, the other thing I might have been waiting on initially, based on things, because I've only discarded one after the Riichi. I wasn't interested in the 7 either, just before, so maybe they won't read on that, but still. So, good hand to finish on. I can get the Sananko from a discard as well, so that's also to bear in mind. And that's all the 7 pins. 8, 9 is now much safer in most people's mind, or should be. So, and 9 is safe. This is just a recipe for somebody playing that 8 pin. Wrong 8s are coming out everywhere, though. And we haven't had the opportunity to can anything. That being said, none of them are out. The Inferior's still in the wall. Rinshan Kaiho and get ourselves a Hanneman or Baiman that way. Also, Urafree. Urafree is always the possibility with this. Alright, 2 more draws. Come on, 8 pin. Oh, this is a monster hand, but it's not going to finish. Or somebody's got to have it built, I think. Call? Nope. Looking for an extra draw. Nobody's going to play 8 pin at the last, surely. Nope, they're not. It was a monster hand, though. Is enough to get me third. We'll have to live with that, unfortunately. But good game, Kaiser. Out of interest, who had 8 pins? Why were you not playing them despite the 7s walled off? Ah, dear. Actually, we could probably look. We could go to a log for that one, can't we? Did. I just want to know where my 8 pins were. Oh dear. Okay. Where were we? Oh, that's fine. I was just gonna... Yeah, one each. Ah, good on it. It was walled off, and both of you just had one incidental. Neither of them useful. Okay, Prosper Endure on the pair, so that's fine. So it was only able to come out of Draconis from that point. Ah, dear. Unfortunate, but this is the... You know... It's what it is. Well played, either way. Also, I see that Kokushi attempt up there. Alright. So they're in people's hands. I can't really help with that. That's fine. Alright, thanks for joining us, Kaiser. We will see how the shuffling goes here in a moment. Currently showing 3 available. We'll see if we have an extra one. If not, we'll see what happens. I might even call it here, depending. Oh yeah, I need to also remove that game for the logs. Tournament log. Delete that one. Hopefully it'll eventually remove that batch from the thing. Should be fine. I was hoping not to deal that Kokushi. I mean, 8-pin would have been perfectly safe in that position. I don't know what you're holding that for. The 7s are walled off. Clearly it's fine. Nah, it's all good. It's me being salty about having a good hand that wasn't ever likely to finish, but... I mean, heck, Sanaka Dora 1 Dragon was what we were hoping on. I was actually hoping for Carnage more than anything else, but... Hey. Okay, give it a couple of minutes. We can do some Sama shenanigans. I can add an AI to just do the thing as well. So, yeah, I guess we'll do some free play shenanigans. And add computer please, random seats. We did. Alright. We'll give it a couple of moments, see if anybody else does turn up, but if not, we will play as we are. Alright, let's begin. And I have no idea the relative skill of an easy AI, because usually I put them to normal, but they've been beating me on normal, so we can't have that. Alright. Let's see what we got. So we're starting north. We have a Dora of it as well, which is quite nice. And unfortunately, Prosper immediately plays one, because of course they should. I immediately have regrets about easy AI, although I can't say that's a bad move at all. Oh boy. Darn you, easy AI! You can't give Draconis free Dora! Oh dear. Yeah, okay, we might be in trouble here. Yeah, we're gonna play out on north here. Well, we are drawing amazingly. Also, I will let... Alright, remind me to turn that off at some point. Mostly because it just... Random talking that slightly bothers me, but yeah. I know it's not giving away anything factual or whatever else, but, you know, still there. Alright, let's get rid of this thing. It's a chance to deal in, but honestly our best hope at this point is something like Kinfu. And hopefully he doesn't want another one. Oh, possible Itsu! We're one away from the Itsu. I've only got to discard one side to do it. and the seas are walled off nearly.
Pon.
Alright. Open Itsu. Open Itsu Haku. Let's go. 6 man. How many left? Yeah, 7. Again, I could calculate that, but obviously the button is far easier to just randomly tell me that. Oh, god darn it. Sooner or later, we're just going to deal into Draconis. It's going to be funny. There you go. It is funny. Jinitsu, yeah. Told you it'd be funny. There's no busting out either. I'm not even... This is going to be a long comeback. Hello, cat. Have you come to console me? I kind of need it. No, not interested in me, of course. Alright. Unfortunate start, but, you know, it's not as if it wasn't telegraphed what their hand was. So, we have no excuse, really. Especially since we were on a 2k hand, honestly. That's... My discussion about defense theory earlier was kind of leaning towards that kind of talk and nonsense, so, yeah. Nah, I can't even blame the AI for that entirely, because again, it was a concealed Khan, and generally speaking, with a concealed Khan, it's usually a good idea to do it. Gets you an extra draw, you have the agency over it. It doesn't, you can still reach, you haven't lost it a great deal from doing it, except possibly revealing some types about what your hand is, but usually it's a good idea. We're also Ishan-ten for Chitoi here. Not a Chitoi I'd normally want to take, given its 3 middle tiles, but given that's Dora as well, maybe we really don't want to take that. 116, another 16, we'll see.
Riichi.
I was like, you can't even bust me out here. 7-pin is safe.
Ron. Riichi. Ton. Dabuton.
Bust him, I'm awake now. There's no busting out rise, it can't happen. Oh boy. Alright, this is an okay start. We can come back from this. Alright, possible Sanshku, possible Triple West discard. Draconis might be taking pity on me, who knows. Alright, North is an option. So Yakuhai Sanshku is a high end. Obviously got to turtle this up a little bit, but... Also, we're taking the bribe for that Buyman, by the way. Yeah, we need to kill the dealership. $2k hand admittingly, but still, we'll go for it. Well, not even that at the moment. At the moment, it's a 1k hand, but but the chance exists. Double tone. Another Manzi Honitsu. There are no Manzians in the discard. Oh, there's one Manzi in the discard pile. It's Fedora. Alright, Tenpai. He's discarded 3 of my outs so far. Will he stop? Yes. Finally!
あらロン
I've doubled my point score.
ペ
Alright, now I just got to double it again, get to 4k. Oh, plus obviously Honba. Forgot about Honba. Oh, the Honba ruins it. Alright, fine. My many doubling plan has been ruined. Also, what is this hand? Sure. Okay, so Hatsu Honitsu potentially.
ポン
See if anything else comes out of it.
カン
Good Khan. Good Khan.
リーチ
Reach. That's right, can't do that. Oh well. One east out. He's not sitting west. Should be able to dodge this. Okay.
この骨付きに
Fine.
何が降ってくるか見てみるとしましょう
There is some nonsense occurring. Steven gets me out of this.
ポン
For a 10.
リーチが ポン
ロンボーンリーチドラ
He only got one. I'm amazed he only got the one. Ah well, we're in last place. We're allowed to take risks. Alright, moving on. Ha! Well, you know what? Played our outs. Our outs are currently all the honours. I would love to see a pair of either of these come up now.
骨付き肉に何が寄ってくるか
Come on, West Wind. Nope. 2 West Blade. Well, that's getting rid of the Yakuman chance, but again, the Yakuman was a bit of a silly hope more than anything else, but everything else should work for this. Double Yaku High, Honitsu gets us back into the game, in theory. Alright, help I needed.
리치냐. 리치냐.
Oh, there is no defense now. There is no defense now. Yeah, well. Ah, it's a shame. We can still... One away. But hey, my gap to third has increased, so that's downside. But hey, dealer turn. Alright, East 4, dealer turn. We have stuff. Let's get rid of stuff. Hope for better stuff. Khan in the 8 so is our best sort of plan for any kind of recovery here, so let's see what happens. Oh, I'd have taken a silly hand. I was hoping it was going to be sillier. Let's be honest with it. Okay, not ideal as I prefer to have Tanyo, but at this stage we're going to take any win that comes our way. Possibility is of course a thing. So if we get to 58k, we are kind of looking towards any kind of silliness we can get.
Riichi.
Well, we have a safe discard against the Reach at least. Potentially a Pursuit Reach, depending on what the draw is. Arg. Didn't matter. We would have dealt in had we have progressed the hand, unfortunately. Because we would have absolutely played the 6. Unless we drew specifically a 5, actually. No, I hadn't caught the Furry 10 side of it. Okay. You know, yeah, you stole my dealership with a Furry 10 Reach. Good plan. Alright, and of course, we're into the South rounds. There. There's no busting out, so... And I should be able to reach at negative points. When I get a chance to test that, I will. But I should be able to reach because of the way the rules are set up. Because there's no busting out, in theory. We will find out, because this is a sort of hand I would probably reach with. Even if I don't, Pinfu is fine, but... But boy, do we need a recovery in the South round. Come on, just a couple of progressive tiles, please. That's kind of a progressive tile, we'll take it. So essentially, not really. Pair of 4s. Not the most helpful thing right this second. Yeah, East is still fine for repairs. We've got the 789, so there's no point in us cutting terminals at this point. Oh, the jam is just not here at the moment. What do we even cut against Prospero if we need to? We could have gone Chitoitsu, I think, actually, against the discard patterns at this stage. How many have we cut? 2 pairs, 3 pairs, 4 pairs, yeah. Oh, god damn it. Well, maybe I'll find out later if I can reach on negative points. But for now, that's not... Okay, there we go. 1. Let's get rid of the 8-7 here. Again, there's a marginal shot I'll be able to ladder this into Sanch Cube, but I think we just take the reach here. Reach. We can reach! Good to know! We can reach on negative points. Negative reach achieved. Negative Riichi. Anipatsu from the AI, thank you very much. Apparently that is possible because of no busting out. Is native Riichi good flow? We're gonna have to find out if it is or not. Either way, this is a good hand to start with. This might be the flow jam flow achieved. If I get that 8, get that Itsu. Maybe. Reach Itsu towards the end of the game. Arguably I have to try and play this bigger, but I'm not the dealer at the moment, so maybe we can hold off. Maybe. Wrong 5. Another wrong 5. Wrong wind. Okay, the starting hand was fine, but the jam flow has not been achieved yet. Still though, 54 to set to third. The recovery path exists. It is kind of there. If I'd have even drawn more Sozi tiles, I could have got rid of these and potentially just gone for a Chinitsu here, but I don't think that's currently on. At this stage, I'm just trying to get anything. Dora discarded. I don't think that makes a difference. We'll cut the 9 here though. So 5 so for a pair weight. 2 whatever for a pair weight. Oh, now the 9 would have mattered. Would have kept the 9 and done. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. So I guess technically this means we have some carnage chances. Maybe? No, probably not. 2's already played, 9's already out, and I doubt the 7s are going to be what we can on this late in the game. Wrong 8. Yep. 5 so, 3 so, 2 so. Or just calling. At this point, Tenpai might matter, so we might end up calling here if we get a chance to call for 9. Even that only puts a sea shunt in though, and we're still kind of there anyway. 4. I guess it's 2, 3. No. That is probably a call for Tenpai. So let's be aware that Draconis can incidentally win. God damn it, I don't want to give any Patsy here. Also, screw it. Reach pins for Haite? No. Oh, we picked correctly on our final discard. That's used to know. Okay. Well, it's fine. The draw basically undoes our reach stick and means there's a couple more 1,000 points in there. This is another interesting starting hand. Okay. Terminals and honors. Toy toy. Let's go. What's the Japanese formal name for that? Honroto? Whatever it is. Plus Honitsu, plus whatever else we can cram into this hand here. All out attack. Double south. All terminals and honors on Roto is achieved. Alright, let's go. Just need to get a couple more calls. Should have played the green. I should have kept the fear of the terminals available, but it's fine. Alright, now we've got a hand. Wrong 9. Oh, big hit on the AI. Big hit on the AI. Why is this Buyman cheaper than Draconis's? Alright. We sneak ourselves into second in a totally deserved fashion. Dealership, all last. 38k to go. Double Dora. Have we achieved maximum jam flow today? Maybe. But we're going to go for it anyway. Thank you, thank you. Now, if I hadn't have dealt into that silly hand with Draconis's much earlier on, that might be the winning hand. But as it turns out, more work to do. Do I just call it? Yeah, we just call it. Let's go. Dealer, Dora free. Let's see. Again, I've broken this up, but it is what we're doing now. Because if I'm going to have any hope of getting... Yeah, they're going to outpace me, admittingly, but my chance of overtaking Draconis relies on me getting a big hand here. So, immediate Dealer Mungan is definitely what we need. We can't calm that. Can't calm that. Ishanten. Tanyo 4. Oh. Better Ishanten. Doesn't actually help us a great deal that in a lot of ways, but we can accept a 5 now and get into a single weight on 6-7, I guess. That also opens up potential things as well. Let's throw this. Because we've got more options with this to keep Tanyo. Tenpai. Tanyo Dora 4. 5-8. Keeping the going. I assume he's just got double south only, but we're still going. Tanyo for a Dealer Mungan. Gap is now 22k. Hanneman wins me the game. Hanneman Sumo. This is not a great hand. That might be the limit of what I can do with this, but we'll fight on. We got a gap to second now, so we're now in the position where we might as well try. Pair of ones as well means I can't do any cheap calls to progress the hand quicker. We're gonna have to do this natively. pair of greens. Okay, greens helps us out. Greens gives us a route we can just take. So green, draw 1. Can't get to Manga and Hanneman to take the win this hand, unfortunately, the way that's looking, but... I am also deliberately going for pairs as opposed to what would have been... I mean, it's still an edge weight anyway. But I am looking for carnage opportunities where we can. And we drew one back anyway. Well, it was safe last round. Against 2 Riichis, this might be problematic. Does look as if we're folding, though. We wouldn't be. Oh, we're not. Ishanten. 5-so is a safe tile. Oh, dear God. 5-so is a safe tile. 6-9. Ah, done it. Oh, it was a good attempt. Ultimately, yeah, we lost deservedly for dealing into the obvious Baiman hand. Obvious Shinichi showing Dora free, we dealt into that. It was, yeah, the game was kind of doomed from there. I am amazed we recovered from anywhere near that at that point, but yeah. Again, not deserved. We did not deserve to get the comeback there, given what? Hold on. Let's just get back to this. What was my thought process at the point I decided to deal in? This genuinely hurts. I know I'm laughing about it and I'm happy-ish now, but this genuinely hurt. What was my thought process at this point in the game? What did I think was going to happen with this? I saw an Itsu and it betrayed me. No, there's no shot I should be discarding a Sozi tile into this, having already done it twice. This was the worst move I have made in a considerable amount of time, even ignoring the fact I've not been playing for a year. This is just gonna haunt me for a long while. Oh boy. Taking nothing away from Draconis, he played it well, and obviously it wasn't just that Baiman win, but... yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be feeling that for a long while. Oh dear. Anyway. I'm gonna confirm and come back. Well, that was an awesome comeback. Again, there were some ridiculous hands that I nearly got in the middle of that as well, which, again, didn't deserve, just happened. But yeah, that's where it is. I'm happy to play one more since Rise has just joined us, but if people want to call it quits, I'm happy to do that as well, because that was certainly worthy of a last game. We'll give it about a minute and then we'll call the stream at that point. Also, is it taking away the thing yet? It should have done. Oh, there's a separate Yakuman log. Nobody's hit one yet, but yeah. No, that's fine. Okay, I hadn't noticed that. They were still showing 4. Nobody else is around, but I'm happy to call it if you're genuinely done for today. Again, I should probably not be playing one more game given how I'm playing, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, Draconis is in. Alright, we play one more, and then that's definitely it now. So, Rise, Prospero, Draconis, myself, good luck to you all, and let's see if I can play slightly better this time. And then get all that jam. Imagine how powerful that's gonna be. Alright, good luck. So yeah, only thing I want to do this game. Do not deal into Baiman hands that are obvious. Okay, starting dealer. We have a dragon pair, we have a completed set, we have... yeah, this is a kind of stupid hand. It's cheap, Dora 1, admittingly, but Dragon Dora 1 as dealer, we'll take it.
ポン。
ポン。
この骨付き肉に何が寄ってくる
Cronus already discarding
見てみる
Dora.
としましょう。
チ
Okay, let's take the Pear Tenpai. Do, do, do. Oh, they've given Draconis another advancement, but that's 2 each. Question is, can I finish this pairway or upgrade it? Because I'd be happy to move this into something else, but
リーチにゃ
unfortunate. We'll shift. It was cheap that we probably shouldn't have done, but I'm kind of doing things. Yeah, no worries. All right. Thanks for joining us, Kaiser. 2-6. About as valuable as my hand was, in truth. So, okay. Unfortunate, but we haven't lost any points on a dealer turn, so I would say that's okay. And still mostly there as well. We have Tom for this round. We'll see. I also may have to go back and actually clip the darn thought process that somehow led me to that decision making. Oh boy. Alright, 3 pairs. Tootsie is definitely not something I'm thinking about really for this hand, but sometimes things are worth bearing in mind, especially when they actually start happening. North is our own win, but there's 1 out, so it's probably it's arguably a better thing. To be fair, should probably got rid of the 7s before we got to that point, but you know. This feels like it could be Cheetoy, so we'll go for it. Would have been better if we'd have kept the 4, but again, it's whatever. 2 Norths down, 3 Norths down, we'll cut that. And hey, Ishanten, Cheetoy. Turn calls off because we're definitely not interested in those anymore.
リーチにゃ
Reach. I don't want you reaching. Shouldn't reach. I keep doing that. I keep forgetting that they are that seat. Oh well. Dragon's fine. Do we just take the door away here? Sure.
リーチ
We're not going to be discarding Medora, so we're going to gamble. Reach Sanshku. That is a Hanneman from Prospero. Big win. Draconis takes the major hit, and we slide our way into second again. Nice hand. Okay, we're at a 7 terminals position. So let's go. Clearly, this is our time for Kokushi. It clearly isn't, but we'll have a look at it anyway. Genuinely, because I think Honitsu is our best option for things, so we'll just start sliding tiles away. Maybe we'll draw a 7 and we'll stop that there, but yeah, this is clearly a slow one. Okay, Honitsu, 2 pairs and a triplet. There's options for this. And yeah, as much as that is a Kokushi tile, I think our Kokushi time is now over. We're going to start moving into just the Honitsu side of things. Possibly even some Chanter shenanigans. Seven pin would be lovely. Failing that though. Failing that, we didn't want that. North is live. Well, we're Ishanten and 1 pin safe, so we at least can get tempo with 1 more call. South should be safe. We're going to play the 1 pin though. 2-2. I'm trying to find out what the wall is, but I think we're going to have to bail out this one, unfortunately. We were too far behind, I think, ultimately. Shame, because it's looking like we might have been able to finish had we been braver with it. 1 passes. East is alive, unfortunately. We got the Red Dragons with safety as well. But it's the first place currently reaching, so we need to at least bear that in mind with what we're thinking defensively. So we're going to be out of this one, I think. Oh, it could be so nice. Double rang and Honitsu stuff. Okay, so that was a... Yeah, reach pin 2 simples and to be on dealer, and that puts Prospero into the commanding position. East 4. 1 Dora, 3 pairs. 4 pairs, I should say. If we are cheatoing this, well, we'll see. Yeah, we're cheatoing this one. Get rid of East now. So 4, 8, or 9 for Cheetoy on the Dora weight, most likely, unless we draw the Dora, which would be lovely. 1 pin, 1 man, 1 man's been played, so we don't wait in that. Reach Cheetoy or Dora is clearly the plan. 7 does nothing. Reach, Chitoi, Doradora. Winning on the 9, so. Slightly encouraging that nothing but Sozu has come out of things for a while, but Sumo is Hanneman, and we take most of the points from Prospero, so that actually I think takes us to the lead if we do Sumo this. 12k, no we don't, 12k and 6. But the 9 is getting walled off. That might matter. Unfortunate. It's going to be the game that somebody has a triplet of a 9s. Just block this, unfortunately, but...
Boom.
Okay, Rise wants in. Does not fear the early reach. Six is probably useful for me. That might make the 9 seem safer. Especially as that side's been nearly walled off itself now. So many walls. It's just whether that 9's going to matter. But they're going to use... Yeah. Somebody has a triplet of a 9s. I'm going to be disappointed, but, you know, you have to go with things sometimes. Second reach. And now my music is replaced. I'm not giving me a Patsu, that's going to be annoying. Didn't happen. Alright, come on. We can survive this. Just give me the 9. That's not a 9 in any way, shape, or form. It's also what he wanted.
Riichi.
He reached on a single way for that. Oh well, it's all good. Puts me down to 3rd. Gives me the dealership in South 1. Alright, what can we do here? Play West. I imagine that somebody had to have a pair or at least a triplet of the 9s and that just was unfortunately stuck. Which is the risk of Chitoi, unfortunately. If somebody is incidentally using those tiles, you know, nothing you can do about it. And it was the best way I could be on with everything considered. Yeah, not going to call these just yet. We might think about things later, but for right now... For right now, I'm going to play this normal and see what we can do. Draw another couple of 7s, and maybe we'll be looking at other things, but, you know, for right now. Seven, 8, 9 Sage Q. no progression.
Boom.
I guess we start forcing things. I would like a tempai here.
Riichi.
And Rise immediately puts a stop to that. Oh, this is horrible. Yeah, we should not be attacking Rise here. I want to. I really want to now. But I have no justifiable reason for making these two pass against him. Even that, there was a 2 and there's the 5. That is it. And what's the plan here? I'm not going to get this 7 through. Unless he instantly discards it. There's nothing walled off, there's nothing I'm gaining out of it, and I'm not playing that into it. No, we're out. We should have been out 2 discards ago, but we're out now. Oh dear, don't know what I'm discarding after this 9, I've got to be honest, but you know, we're out. Two more discards to go.
Run.
3, 6, 8. Oh no, close 3. Close 3. 3, 6, 8, yeah, no. Alright, well, Rice takes the first bite into Prospero's lead. Unfortunately, I've lost my dealer turn, so now other measures are going to have to take effect for me to gain any benefit out of it, but we'll see. Alright, so obviously we want to try and double up Medora. We want to try and actually just finish a hand, actually, is probably all we need, really. I'm going to play North first. I know it's our wind, but we're probably not going to complete either of these two. And if, again, now we definitely aren't, but I need to focus on getting... I don't know what we're focusing on getting here. We might even be throwing this door out early, actually, given to that. I'm only 13 ahead of Draconis. I have... The gap to Rise is very, very attainable. But I need a big sumo hand, regardless of what I'm doing here. 6, 7, 8 Sanch Q is the highest end this hand has, as far as I can see. And it looks like we might be tossing Medora next. Let's get a pair of it immediately, or a 2-pin. Yeah, we're tossing that now. I don't... Okay, you got 1, but I'm okay with advancing the dealer right now. I know it's the biggest points rival, I know that, but if I've got plans for advancing further in the game, repeats are probably fine. As it turns out, that doesn't actually affect my game plan all that much. I'm still in the same position where, you know, basically in a close fight for the last position. I technically did drop a place, but it's fine. Alright, this... Skipping the first screen. Don't need the first screen. Might take the second, though. Wondering if we're going for another low terminal hand here. We'll see. Paraforce. Four, 5 to second.
Pun.
Okay, Rise advances. And again, it's in his favour to just call anything, get a quick hand to become the dealer. Unfortunately, we're still ages away from anything. I say, especially if there's another call. Probably have to keep the white. I know one white's played. It was could we could have played it.
Chi.
Still. Don't think we're going in for this one. For God's sake, stop giving me 8 men. Not interested in 8 men. Should have played it over the white though, missingly, but you know. Not that interesting 8 pin either, given we played one already. Pon?
Come.
Oh. Right, so Tanyo to a 4. That's a manga. Manga not top. Yeah, see, this is why we wanted to keep the white dragon, potentially. Oh well, we know what the defense is against this, at least. And we do have a lot of terminals left over. Triplet the 4s. What's the banking we now get to Senpai? Alright, Dragona's going for a cheap out. 4 past. West from hand. West from hand. We're not. North should be fine, truthfully, but I would like that to be confirmed by somebody else first. Friso should be safe, actually. Looking at how it walled off it is.
ポン
North would have been an incidental thing if it had happened, but freeze a walled off. 5, 6, 6, 6.
ポン
Yeah, we'll take a call for Tenpai.
きっとまだ諦めないでしょ
Okay, alright. Well, we had a call for Tenpai. Didn't work out. I mean, 8 pin should be fine. It's the last one. If that's all they're waiting on. Alright, 6 only side of that weight, but hey. Alright, Rise picks up a draw. We move on to South 3. 2 hands to go. Thankfully, I got a dragon pair, so I can at least try something with this one. But no actual value other than that. This is where I'd love to draw that dragon and just, you know, allow me to keep some value going on. 7 is fine. Reach, not Pinfu, and stuff, potentially. 2, 3, 4 Sanj Q is possible. Okay, I'm alright with that draw. Yeah, not Pinfu, but I could always cut these reds in a moment. And I think it might be worthwhile. Yeah, we cut reds here. Okay, there was a pause, so somebody else has the pair. So I think that's the correct move made. No, maybe not. Maybe that was just a random game glitch here. But we're just going to toss up red dragon pair and see what we can do with this. Again, Tanya would be fine. Ipeiko would be fine. Sanchiki seems optimistic, but we'd take it. Yeah, again, we don't need much value. Free Han would be enough to overtake either of them. but that's better than us waiting on the 1. There is also the potential for Ryan to turn up, which, you know, we always would love. We love to see Ryan. Very shy though. Thinking that though, I'm absolutely going to take the pin through route if it comes up. Pair of 7s. That actually is pretty decent for us. Yeah, most likely that's going to be our final pair. So we're Ishanten. Drawing a 4-so would be ideal because that would allow us to move into the Tanyo and Ryan Peiko side of things. 6 pin does not help. Running out of draws. At least for the Ryan side of things. The Tenpai we can get, but... should be playing the 6-man. But if we draw a 5, we can cut 7 and go that way round with things, which is nice. 7's also safe right now.
Riichi.
7 was safe up until the reach. 2 Eats played. That is unfortunately the worst thing that could happen for us in a lot of ways. We're just going to have to bail. Don't want to from last place. And as it turns out, we could have potentially got around it, but nothing we can do at this point. Just going to have to let him have his repeat. There's no way for us to get to Tenpai either. I believe that's a sumo. Big sumo. Hello? Okay. Restore. Alright, so we are a long way back now, but Rise with the first end reach actually getting into dominant position here. Do I just con this straight off? It's a big gamble if we do, but let's go for it. We've made the commitment here. This is not going to go well. But equally, I don't have the ability to play passive. This Honitsu would have been so much better if we had kept all of that. So good. I don't even know what my game plan is right now with that cut, with having made that, but hey. Nice little first end trap we built for ourselves there. Because all of our things are middle tiles as well. But that is the triplet. That's 2. 2 down. Just need to pair, triple up the 6s and then get another pair somewhere. There you go. That's done. Technically getting there.
この骨付き肉に何が寄ってくるか見てみるとしましょう。
Dora discarded. Darn it. That would have been a pair. Could have taken that.
Gee.
Alright, Rice challenging because clearly I'm throwing no threat to him.
Riichi.
Not much I can do to defend here. I'm literally just trying to get a Tempai now. Interesting. He played a 6. 6 is actually a safe tile. The remaining Yakulus Tempai. Oh, there's Dora there. Dora I gave him as well, just to help to that. Alright, 5-2. Okay, big comeback hand needed. Oh, not amazing. Not amazing at all. What do we go? All in from the side? Yeah. We're not looking at Kokushi necessarily here, but I am looking at potentially just calling terminals on us and going for a big hand that way. Jiso would also be fine. Honoroto would also be good. We'll see. Honoroto, Sanjo Kadoku as well, potentially. I mean, if I go on another 9, so then maybe there's options in there. Who knows? East is kind of dead.
Gee.
That's the second 9 gone, so no Doko for us today. Yeah, Rice is going to have a quick hand to finish this off, I would imagine. Yeah, our best bet right now is to just go all in on this potential Yakuman, which can't really happen. I mean, we could still pair this. This is still part of it. It's fine, but just it can't really happen. I have to roll a lot of 1-so to make this work, or something else. There's only 6 tiles that help us towards any kind of Yakuman shot, and yeah. We're trying. We are trying. Okay, well I have 3 safe tiles against him. There is a 9-so remaining. So the hope is draw that 9-so, draw either the 1-man or the 1-so, and just keep going. Or just go for Carnage. Because why not at this point? But as always, play to your outs. On the outs say, we are not out yet. This is a Yakuman chance, genuinely now. Again, the one man is just there. We need the second of it. Oh! The Yakuman is on! Ishanta and Yakuman. Come on, one man for the Yakuman chance. We are taking a screenshot now, just in case we need it. Come on, one man, one time. No. 5 is safe, though. One side is disappearing. It is one man or nothing. One man, one time, please. No! I'll take some carnage chances now. We have 2 more draws. One man played. Oh, he's playing another one. Darn it, he's out. Darn it. Prospero's got them. Oh, it was a dead weight. Oh, I wasn't far off. Was not far off at all. GG, Rise. I was not that far away from a Yakuman shot. Unfortunately, I have a weird feeling Prospero had the triplet of the ones based on the fact he just played 2 in succession. So maybe it was dead, but... I got closer to that than I probably deserved again, but yeah. Palladium outs. Let's actually just... I want to log that just quickly. I'm certain you were, but we'll find out for sure. Southfall. $17. Yeah, you played it from a trip. You played it from a pair at least. Okay, fine. And the other one was nowhere. Still in the wall. Oh well. Yeah. Again, it's what it was. But I'm amazed it got that close, given where it started, which was basically nowhere. Play your outs, and sometimes it works. All right. Well, thanks for the stream, guys. I will catch you later, and yeah, more Mahjong next week, hopefully. Catch you then.